I want to be like the lady in the booth. You ain't hear nothing about no nigga. You just heard that lady in the booth with all them kids. And that's me. I got all my kids.
Is that even healthy? Like, in other words, like, hold on, let me say it. We live in this culture where it's so normalized for a man to not be in the house. But that is not how we're designed as humans. I try to have these conversations because honestly, I want to figure out what the heck be happening out here. And how do people even end up in these type of situations, okay? So for instance, you're 37, sounds like you had your first kid around 15?
Yep.
Okay. What happened? Why'd you end up having a kid at 15? That's why I do these interviews.
And I'm like,
it's because even being in a household with you, he didn't know. So of course, people like me who just didn't grow up around any of that in my house, you know what I'm saying? And my mom was the only female there. It's not like it could have happened for real anyway. I just had no clue that this stuff went down as much as it does in our community.
And it only started in the family. It's not on the outside.
What's up, YouTube? So guys, we got merch. Make sure you go to AtlantaStreetInterviews.com and grab one of the newest drops. The merch is popping, so make sure you go get it now. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. If you love the channel, or if you just like the message, Homeless Lives Matter, we all have a story. Or I love Atlanta Street Interviews. Go right now. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Get one for your auntie, your mama, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your nephew, your frenemy. Get one for everybody. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Go cop the merch. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
Hey, good, and you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. It's a little bit, it ain't even hot right now. It's just sunny.
Just sunny.
So it's a beautiful day, beautiful day. All right, so are you homeless?
Yes.
Okay, how old are you?
37.
37, and so how long have you been homeless?
Oh, for like 4 years on and off.
Okay, what happened 4 years ago that caused you to become homeless?
I was staying in my apartment, and my kids, the people out there were bullying them, thought that they was lame, so they was fine. And that's what actually got us evicted, because they said that we was bullying everybody.
How long was you in the apartments for?
7 years. But I feel like I got too comfortable. I don't look at it as it was a bad thing. I feel like
you've been forced to get on with your life.
Yeah, because I think God just had something better for me. Come here, boy.
Little fella chilling. Come on over here, little fella.
I can't let them go too far.
Hey, man, we got it. I get it. Okay, so 37. Kids, how many kids? I see 3 here.
I got 9 in all.
You got 9?
Mm-hmm. My oldest daughter, 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You been working?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna ask, 9 kids, how many different dads?
The twins got their dad. I got 2 boys that got the same dad, and my girls got their own dad.
Okay, so sound like 3, maybe 4?
Yep.
Okay. So 9 kids. Have you been married?
Nope.
No? All right, so we may talk about that later, but okay, so 9 kids, basically kicked out. Now, it sounds like you got kicked out a few years ago. So what have we been doing since then?
I was staying with my mom, but my mom, she just, I was staying with my mom. Things weren't left there. She don't want me there, but she want the kids there because they getting benefits. So It's like, I got custody of all my kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they booted me out of the picture, so now I'm out of the picture. And it's like, now they're crying for me like, Mom. Please.
So you talking about the older kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they 22, 18, 16. My 16-year-old recently just went home last year around this same time. Went home, saw her dad dead, and she turned around and had us a grandbaby in August. So that's another thing, like,
wow,
just dealing with grief.
Okay. So sorry to hear about, one of the fathers of your kid. You say she found him dead, turned around and had a baby shortly thereafter?
Yep. Every split of his granddaddy, yep.
Okay. So I try to have these conversations because honestly, I want to figure out what the heck be happening out here. And how do people even end up in these type of situations, okay? So for instance, you're 37, sounds like you had your first kid around 15?
Yep.
Okay. What happened? Why'd you end up having a kid at 15?
Because I was already like...
Sexually active?
Yes, and that came from being a child, being touched on, and they say it's growing up. So it's like, once somebody do something like that to you,
it opens it up, yeah.
It's the hormones raging. So,
okay.
And it started in
what age would you say you lost your virginity?
I lost my virginity at 15. As soon as I tried to sneak and have sex, I got pregnant. And my mom used to always tell me, everything you do in the dark, come to the light. So I tried to sneak out one night because my mom always worked it to make sure we had everything. Took us out the hood, made sure we had everything. But she,
Where'd you grow up at?
This is where I'm from, shit of Atlanta.
No, I say, but you say took us out the hood. Where'd y'all?
Hollywood Court.
Ellenwood?
Hollywood.
Oh, I'm about to say, okay.
Hollywood Court.
Now Hollywood Court, that's still that's treacherous, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean out the hood?
Yeah.
So you said your mom worked, said she could take you out the hood.
Yeah, my mom retired from Edwards Bakery.
So then, what was the out the hood part? Because the Hollywood Court's not out the hood.
Decatur.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
We were standing in
and then y'all moved to the east side.
And we moved to Decatur. My mom took us to the suburbs.
Okay.
So she owned her house. She been in her house 27 years.
That's right. Yep. What part of Decatur?
Behind South Carolina Mall.
Okay, yeah. I'm very familiar. I'm from the east side, so. Okay. What age did you move out there?
10.
10,
I was
okay.
Still I was still in elementary. Yeah,
okay, so right before you went to middle school. That's a good deal.
I was so mad because we went out there. I thought I was going to be in middle school. The Cobb County School ended at 6th grade. I said, man, I got to stay.
You had to stay. Yeah, because you're almost my age. So that's right. Actually, it's so funny because you're a few years behind me. And that's when the school started going just to 6th grade. But at a time, some of the elementary schools in DeKalb went to 7th grade. It's like I was a part of a 7th grade in DeKalb County. So
they got them there. They got one there that go to 8th grade, and I said, "Oh, I went there for."
Well, I think that's probably DeKalb School of the Arts, though.
No, this is school. It's actually sit on flat shows. It started from K through 8th grade.
That must be a private school. You must be talking about Johnson. You might be talking about Johnson Learning or whatever. But okay, anyway. All right, so the long and short of it is that, because I was going to get there anyway, but I guess I'll go ahead and ask. You say this stuff did happen to you when you was younger. What age did that start?
Oh, I'd say as the elderly, like 6, 7.
And what was it that was happening?
Just like you can't sleep too hard. And me coming up, I used to sleep so hard, and then I wake up, somebody on me or something. Just a family member.
Well, what?
But it's things like that.
You don't have to name them, but what family member?
Cousins and stuff like that.
Wait, this was multiple family members?
My family is cool. This my family is known for things like that. Like it happens to everybody in the family, but you have ones in the family who won't sit down and talk about it. It's like they sweep it up under the rug. Okay, well let's get it from out under the rug. Who was it that was doing it to you? Family members, cousins and stuff like that. Cousins. Okay, was it like a ongoing thing, or was it just like one time here and there? It wasn't no one-time method. It was an ongoing thing. Like it's a couple people in the family that went through it. Like I say, aunties, they had to go through it. That's where it started. But like I say, no one would never sit down and be like, oh, this person did this person did that. It's like I had to find out on my own. How'd you find out? Just by going through it. Wow. But my mom used to always be like, if somebody ever touch you, you tell me, and I'm gonna kill him, I didn't know how to tell him because I'm like, my mom saying she gonna kill somebody, and then here it is, she killed somebody, she gonna be took away from me. Yeah, so then you're not gonna have her. I'm not gonna have her. Then who to say that the family gonna get us again, and it's gonna go through it again? Right. You're just gonna be unprotected. Yep. Okay. So, and this went up to what age? I'd say like. It stopped probably like, cause we went dealing with the family. We didn't have to deal with them like that. So I said like 12, 13. And like I say, shoot, my mom moved us to the house 14, 15. Shoot, I was already 14. I probably was already sneaking on the phone and trying to be grown. But 15, when I jumped out there and wanted to have sex, I got pregnant. It's like it was an overnight thing. So the family members. Did they ever? How far did they go? Like, did they? They still living. No. I mean, how far did they go with you? Was it like penetration, or was it like them making you do oral and stuff like that? Hell no. Okay, so what was it? It was them penetrating you? Like they'll say hunching and stuff. No, I don't feel like that's hunching. If somebody gonna put the penis inside, then try to do that. Like that. Okay. Hell no. That's why I said I used to be asleep. I might wake up like somebody trying to put something in me, hurting. And I might get up just crying. You be like, oh, I wish I was dead. I wish I wasn't living and stuff like that. But like I say, me not being able to voice it or talk, I had to go to mental health. And I've been going through mental health since I was young, just to, talk. Because like I told them, I'm far from slow. I'm just misunderstood. I might need to vent or rant or talk to
Yeah.
somebody and let it out because me holding it in is dangerous.
How many
So-
siblings did you grow up with in the house?
Oh, I got 2 big brothers. I'm the only girl and I'm the baby.
Okay, and so, like, how much older are they than you?
Shoot, I got a brother. He 2 years older than me, and then I got another brother. He probably like 5, 6 years older than me.
Were they not aware of what your cousins
Well,
were
my
doing?
oldest brother, I always tell him, I was like, well, since you was the oldest one, you was always in school, or you went out to college, or your grandparents on your daddy's side had you, I feel like you wasn't there to protect me. My middle brother, he ended up, he got time in prison, but he been out for.
Well, I mean, though, when you was younger, though. Because he wasn't in prison when you was younger when the stuff was happening to you.
They wasn't.
They didn't know that it was going on?
No, I just really told my oldest brother like a couple years ago, and I was drunk as hell, just crying, just going through it with my mama, and I was just telling her like, this is why I am the way I am. Like, there's so much stuff you don't even know for you to be my brother, but you wasn't raised in hospital. There's just a lot of stuff that you don't know.
That's why I do these interviews.
And I'm like,
It's because even being in a household with you, he didn't know. So of course, people like me who just didn't grow up around any of that in my house, you know what I'm saying? And my mom was the only female there. It's not like it could have happened for real anyway. I just had no clue that this stuff went down as much as it does in our community.
And it only started in the family. It's not on the outside.
So yeah, that's what I hear 90-something% of the time is that it's family.
It's not on the outside.
And so then my question becomes like, well, not my question, but my observation becomes that we deal with all of this trauma, we deal with teenage pregnancies and all this different stuff, but oftentimes it starts, he's so funny.
Why you about to stop?
He's so funny, man.
Yeah, put that little nigga on the camera.
He's so funny. That little fella got the it factor, I'm
That's
telling
Big
you.
Mason right there.
I'm telling you, he gonna be somebody. He gonna be somebody.
He gonna be on the ball. He love balls.
I know that's right.
Pull your shorts up.
But yeah, because, you know, I be ready to get on folks like, well, why'd you get pregnant at 15? But, you know, it's like, all right, well, I kind of get
Because
it.
I felt like, shoot, if I'm going to get it took, if I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, go through with the family, hey, why not
Give it up to somebody I want to.
get it up to somebody and, you know.
But now, here goes the next question. Why continue just having kids?
Because me not being protected as a child, I used to be the child. The teacher used to be like, "What you want to be when you grow up?" And I used to tell my teacher, "I want to be a mama of 10 kids. I want 10 kids because I don't want to be around y'all people. I want to just be with 10 kids. I want to be like the lady in the booth. You ain't hear nothing about no nigga. You just heard that lady in the booth with all them kids, and that's me. I got all my kids.
Is that even healthy? Like, in other words, like,
because you
we
have
hold
to-
on. Let me say it. We live in this culture where it's so normalized for a man to not be in the house, but that is not how we're designed as humans.
No.
But
the
even
white
you
man
just
gotta
said
be
it.
fine
Even
like that.
well, but even you just said it. You was like, I just want to be in the house with my kids and no nigga.
Cause like I say, things start. Hey, ain't no running around. Like I said, things start in the family. Sure, I done grew up with girls who was saying that they parents, their mamas gave them to their daddies, and their daddies were doing it to them. And I was like, oh.
I've heard some stories. I've heard some stories
stuff like that. So I'm like, at the end of the day, I would have just, if the dad wanted, but my big kids, their dad.
Why can't we listen to the stories where the dad was a wonderful dad and took care of the kids? Why can't we make decisions based off of those stories?
We can.
Because fear, if you make decisions based off fear, you're just living in fear. And that's no way to live. Right? And they say that the spirit of fear was given to us by the devil. Okay, so why not see the positive examples that are going on and say, okay, well, that could also happen. Right?
Yeah.
We got to stop this thing, man, where it's so normal for a man to not be in the house.
Yeah.
No other community does this. No other group of people on earth do this. We're the only ones that are so extremely comfortable and have a majority of our people that are raised in households that don't have a man in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we do about that? Like, you're in the mix of what I would consider to be the problem, right? What do we do about that?
I don't know, trying to start somewhere. Because like I said, this is my first time going
Well,
through this.
where are some of their dads at?
Oh, his dad just dropped him back off. I don't trust him with my girl because she's nonverbal. They're twins.
Okay.
They're twins. I just don't, like, she can't talk and tell me what's going on. But him, he gonna come back and say, Mama, Dad hit me, or Dad hit me the wrong way, or Daddy punched me too hard, you know. But
so you really, like, I guess based off of your trauma, you really just don't trust him like that?
I do trust him, but
because you had kids with him.
He done, yeah. In the beginning, in the beginning when you meet somebody, they gonna act a different person. But once things go left, like far as the kids and stuff,
and people say that, and I get it. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know when people are gonna switch up, but we have experience, and so I accept that from like teenagers.
But my experience with my children, the big kids, their dads are active. It's the twins' dad. Now her dad, if I decide to call him, he gonna come through. But these folks' dad, he's nothing but a babysitter. I can't get you to bring no food. I can't get you to help, hotel room. The first thing you say, oh, you get money, you get this, and you get that. Yeah, to take care of the children, but what part? You owe me $10,000 in child support. I'm not pushing that shit about that. You can't babysit for a couple of days for me while I get myself together.
Yeah, and just spend some time with the kids.
And it's just out of respect. Like, I don't know.
I get it. I just wish that we wouldn't put ourselves in these precarious situations.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming the apartment that you had, were you paying just out of your pocket for it?
It was
a program. Yeah,
it was based on income.
So what are you gonna do to like try to get back into that type of situation?
I actually been going down here to my mental health doctor. I kept putting it off.
So you at 10 Park Place?
Mm-hmm.
I love 10 Park Place. I ain't never walked in there a day in my life, but I've heard so many stories about how they've helped people to get off the street and get housing.
I referred so many people down here, and everybody called me to this day, and they like, oh, thank you so much. So now when they hear my situation, they like, why and how? Because you referred us here. But I felt like, okay, my mom let us come in and stay, not knowing that a couple weeks later she gonna flip the script like, oh, now y'all. But I know that because I've been getting put out.
You've been doing that since.
I've been getting put out since I was 14.
Yeah.
I can have a 14, 15, I can have a newborn baby. If she want me gone, I leave. And instead of me saying, oh, now
what do you think about that in hindsight?
I never do it to my kids.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that's so wrong.
I just
because I understand that kids do whatever, but those teenage years are the experimental years. That's who you're trying to find out who you are. You're trying to see what boundaries there are in life and different things like that. And so we shouldn't kick kids out at those ages because it only has negative results.
Listen,
I've never seen it where it turns out positively.
My mom, I love my mom there. She's a good lady. Maybe she was tired, but like I say, by me being your only girl and your baby, I feel like you supposed to protect me from a lot of stuff. And like I told her, I don't know nothing about the struggle. My mother instinct just pick up whatever you try to hide from me, and I don't know if you struggle. She like, I did struggle and this, that, but we never seen it. So you hide it from me. I had to pick it up just on my kids. Man, pull your.
Well, listen, miss, I tell you what, we really appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions. So real quick though, what are we doing to get out of this situation at this point?
Like I said, I'm going out here to the mental health.
10 Park Place.
Yep, my counselor.
Are they working on everything,
yep,
kind of getting that going?
My counselor been out here. She been down here trying to help me, so I had to come back down here. But I'm gonna go back down here because I got to be back down here at 1:45. But she told me to come back at 12. They gonna feed us.
It's almost 12 now, so that's perfect.
And
well, like I say, on that note, if anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, you have a way for them to do that? They have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
I got Cash App and I got social media.
What you got?
My Instagram is Shell_making moves.
Okay. How you spell Shell?
CHELLE _making _
with a G?
moves. Without a G.
Okay, making moves, got you. And then what about Cash App?
My Cash App is highly blessed Shell 9.
Spell it.
HIGHLY blessed BLESSDD Shell CHELLE 9, the number 9.
All right, well, like I say, miss, definitely appreciate you.
Thank you.
Definitely wish you nothing but the best, okay?
Okay.
Make sure you have a good one, sweetie.
You too. Thank you.
All right.